right there. That's good right there. I'm live. Okay, cool. Hit the record button. You can kind of big, zoom it in, but I want to get closer with it. Just hit the record button. We can do it. All right, cool. All right. Thank y'all, ladies and gents, for tuning in to the one and only Van TV1. We're live and direct here in B804. That's parts unknown, B to the A. But you already know that, man. So what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna show you guys how to lay an 8-inch block wall. Okay, that's an 8-inch block wall. I can show you how to do it commercial, and I can show you how to do it residential. Residential is like you do what the fuck you want to do when you don't give a. That's residential. Commercial is strictly by the rule. Okay, the brick rule that is. Okay, see what I'm saying? Everything must be done by the rule every 8 inches for block work. So what I got to do first, I got to make this mortar, and I'm gonna show you guys how to make this mortar. Okay, normally per bag of mortar it is 16 shovels of sand. Okay, 16 shovels of sand. Sometimes we'll go 18 if we want the mortar to be a little thicker as far as texture wise. Okay, so what I'm gonna do? Let's start on probably about a half a bag of mortar because I got not too much sand. So let's see what I can do with it. Ooh, do I got a blade? Normally I keep a blade in my pocket. Hey. Aha! I found a blade. So cut this bag of mortar open. It already rained on it some already. So when it rains on the bag of mortar, the mortar bag will turn hard if you don't hurry up and use it. So we want to hurry up and use this. Let's get about maybe a quarter bag, maybe. About a good quarter bag. Okay, now so you know, I'm not using a machine like a mortar machine. I'm using my drill machine. You guys heard of making a cake, right? Put this in your culo and wham! You'll be through. So let's find some sand. Cheers. Oh, this is a bag of sand, approximately 75 pounds. So let's see. I'll use this blade. Sand. This is the fun part. Ooh, sand is lumpy too. Okay, we'll start off with a half just to see what kind of texture we're going to get, okay? So I need a little bit of water. So I'm getting real low because I don't want too much water squirting every freaking way out. Okay. Just don't want the water to be blasting, you know. There's some rock that ain't good. See quite a few rocks up here. So that's a major problem. Normally, if you get some sand, you don't want no sand with that rocks in it, because if you got rocks in it, every time you go to spray it, it's gonna mess you up. Okay. All right, so let's turn this off. Turn it off on me. All right. Let's just see what kind of texture we get. This is definitely the wrong sand because I had no idea it had rocks in it. And always make sure you're wearing dirty clothes because this is a dirty job, you know? However, if you was doing it with your hand, your wrist would be broke right now. This machine uses a lot of pain and pressure. And the motor has to be the right texture in order for you to spray it. Spread it, that is. I don't like a big machine. I'm just using a little tiny pen just to, show you guys a little something. There's a little splash here, a little splash there, but we're gonna be all right. See, I can tell by the texture of the sand in the mortar that the mortar is too rich, which means it's too much mortar versus the sand, because I can hear it by the way it sounds, and it's real sticky. So I would have to add more sand to keep it from being that sticky. Yeah, that's way too sticky. So I'm gonna add some more sand, and I'm gonna go get my shovel to ease some of this pain of this mortar splashing everywhere. All we're trying to do is have a little bit of fun. Now let's say if I had my trowel, which is right here. Now doing this by hand will break your wrist, okay? It will break your wrist. No water has it. I'll turn it on over just a little bit. Cool. That's good. So, the more water you put in, the easier it is to make it real sloppy, but you don't want it sloppy. You want the texture to be right. And the only reason I'm doing this is because right now it's super duper thick, and I don't want it to be thick. Yep, I did the right thing. Now, like I said, this sand is most definitely the wrong sand because it got too many rocks in it. If you got sand that got rocks in it, the rocks will always mess you up, okay? So, Either way, I'm gonna just demonstrate it to the fullest. You heard the rocks in there crumbling. Wrong sand, okay? So make sure when you buy sand, it don't have no rocks in it, okay? But since I already got it, I'm gonna go ahead and use it, okay? That's all. I'm gonna use it since I already got it. Okay. All that sand is gone. So we try to finish up the mix. Okay, this is a better. A little better. Now, people, just in case, if you didn't know, okay, this is a 12-inch trowel. The bigger the trowel, the more to hurt your wrist and break your wrist. Or you'll get these right here, okay? So, but if you ain't ready for that kind of pain in your arms and body, get a small trowel, okay? Okay, so here we go. We're gonna start with the first block itself. Okay. Move this away. So I'll use this board as my line as a corner to start off with the first block, okay? Move this away. There you go. So this will be my first block to be laid, okay? And remember your outside has to be a square. Español cuadrado, okay? Español cuadrado, square inch block. So let's spray it a little bit of mortar. See if we can get some out of it because it's full of rocks. We're gonna do like drop, 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 drop. All right. That's for one side of the block wall. For the other side of the block wall. Okay? So, like I said, this is my first block. And every block is laid on 8 inches. That if you're doing commercial work. However, if you got to reach a certain height, sometimes you may go up or down with the block, okay? One thing to remember, all the mortar on the bottom need to be filled up all the way across so it won't be no holes, okay? There won't be no holes. You don't need to have no air holes for water to leak across there. And you also need to be able to take your mortar on the trowel, in the trowel, and turn it over. If you can do that, then you know what you're doing, okay? You know something. All right, Now, take this and you spread it here. That block, that block. It's called buttering the block. That's what it's called. Okay. Bam. Normally, every well, the block itself is 15 and 5/8 long, but with the mortar joint, it make it 16 inches long. Okay. That's how you come up with the block work. All right. Remember, no hole at the bottom. You want to make sure this thing's level on both sides. Okay, so what we got here, it's gonna be a little rough because we're using mortar that got rock. So just bear with me. But the key to this is you got to level straight edge every block, okay, for your first course. Because if the first course is wrong, every course above it is gonna be wrong, okay? So let's go with number 3, okay? Now, it doesn't matter if your block wall is 4 feet long or 40 feet long. It's the same exact principle, okay? Laying it right, laying it straight. You will level, you will plumb, then you will straight edge, okay? So do I have a level? Okay, here's a short level I can use. This is a level, okay? It's a 2 feet level. Normally I use a 4 feet level, which is out in the truck somewhere, but I ain't gonna worry about this yet, okay? So when I say level, that means this bubble needs to be in the middle. So this block here is a little too high in the back. So I tap it down to get that bubble in the middle. Okay. There we go. Come up a little bit. Now, for one, the ground surface I'm on is out of balance, okay? So the ground surface is running downhill. So that means the block needs to come up in the air a pinch. Uh-huh. That's because the ground is not level. Okay? So what I'm gonna do, as you can see, okay, this need to come up. That need to come up. So what I can do, I take this block up because the end need to come up, and this need to come up because the ground is running downhill. Okay, so I take that up and add a little extra mortar. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, bam. And that's all you got to do. Add a little extra mortar. Bam. And remember, seal all your joints. Always seal all your joints so you don't have no cracks without smearing up the block itself. Okay? This one here, same thing. All right? There we go. Now we're going to level it again. Okay? As you can see, we're still slightly running uphill. So, either I take my hammer, Espanol, martillo, which means hammer, and you tap this down. Okay? Tap this down. We want that bubble to be in the middle of this level. Okay? level. Plumb, which means we're gonna put it up against like this. Okay. So I need to turn over. Yeah. Plumb. It's pretty much plumb. So all three of the blocks are plumb. So what I'm gonna do now is straight edge. You level, plumb, and then you straight edge. So the block wall itself will be straight. Okay. The block wall will be straight. All right. That's pretty cool. Unfortunately, I have to use a bag of sand that has a few rocks in it. So what I'm gonna do now, we're going to course number 2. Try to get out to find the big rocks. And you spray it. And if you recall, when I started this, as I told you, this wall was running downhill. So I'm gonna jack up this end a little bit more higher, so we make sure we can kill that noise. Okay. Yeah. So that'll be a half. So this is your whole block, whole block, whole block. So in order to give myself a correct bond, I need to start here with a half of 8. Okay. So do I have? Okay, here's one right here. Now this is too big. It's bigger than a half. So what I do, I just place this to the side out the way. Okay. Now what I got to do, I will take this block. This is called a female block. Okay. You got male blocks, then you got female blocks. Same as a man, same as a woman. Every female got that split right there in the middle. Okay, see right there? You bust it open right there in the middle, and then get your female block. So now I need a half. So what I'm gonna do? I hammer cut myself a half. And you gotta listen to the sound that so you'll know that the block is breaking or when it's going to break. Okay, there you go. So we got a half. Okay, so I start here with the half block right here. Okay. Now we go in with another whole block. I try to save the female blocks if I can. Okay. Go a regular block. So I use some of this mortar. Just like that. Okay. Now the texture of your mortar means a lot. You got to make sure the mortar is sticking. Okay. Bam. All right. Now, let's go to block number 3. Right here. And Remember, every course we're going to do the same thing. We're going to level it, we're going to plumb it, and we're going to straight edge it, okay? And try to keep your block wall as smooth and clean as possible. All right, so once again, we're going to level it, plumb, and straight edge, okay? So that's a little high. Right, so that need to be beat down a pinch. So what I do, I beat this down a little bit. Beat it so the bubble is inside both of the lines, okay? That means it's level. Okay, not bad, not bad. Just a pinch. That's level. Now we got to plumb it again. This time we're going to plumb not only this side, but we're going to plumb the outside jamb as well. This is called a jamb. As you can see, the bubble is dead in the middle, okay? That means the jamb itself it'll go straight up in the air, okay? It's going to go straight up in the air. Let's plumb here. Now we're going to plumb it on this side as well. Plumb there. Come to here, plumb it as well. Okay. And then you're going to straight edge it again. That way all blocks will touch all the way across. And you can angle the block as well, so you know that wall is going up straight, okay? There we go. That's course number 2. So we should be able to get 2 more courses. And it doesn't matter if you got a 4 feet wall or 40 feet wall. It's going to be the same exact thing, okay? Same exact thing. Now, let's try that one more time on top. Okay. Try to clean up some of the excess mortar. Okay. So we spray it here. Spray it here. Now remember that at all times you have to stay on bond, okay? Bond is like the same as you're looking at a checkerboard, okay? You have to stay on bond. So remember, on my second course, I started with the first one on the whole block on the first course. The second course, I started with a half. Now on the third course, I need another whole block again so I can go back on bond to tie up the block wall itself, okay? So let's grab one of these blocks. That's a rock up in there that's holding that up. Okay, so we're going to get rid of that rock. So that was definitely on there the sand. All right. Now we'll go for the second block, tie it up. rough. It'll always mess you up. Okay. So just don't make the mistake I made in the bag of sand had rocks in it. Okay. So that makes the wall hard to spray and lay. So once again, to level it, plumb it, and straight edge. Okay. Ooh, not bad, not bad, not bad. Let's use my hammer. Tap that wall down a little bit. All right. This wall is in over here. So what I do, I jack that up and a little extra mortar in. Okay. So that's level. Now we got to plumb it. That was level this way. Now we got to plumb here, here. Always plumb your jam so that wall, that corner will go up straight. All right. So that means that level is hitting all the way up. Okay. The bubble is dead in the middle, so you can see that this wall is going up straight. And we got to plumb it this way, so the face of the wall is going up straight as well. All right, not bad on the line, and we want it to be perfectly straight. And over here, that's level, that's plumb. Now let's straight edge it. This wall needs to hit. You take your groove, your level that is, and make sure it hits. Okay, there's a little rock in here, right here, where it's moving. There we go. There we go. So this thing will hit. All right. Make sure all your holes are sealed up. Top to bottom, these holes are sealed up, okay? Okay, so we got a half and a hole, and then we got a hole, and that will complete our wall, okay? So, let's spray this mortar again. All right, so now once again, here we need a half to tie up the wall to make it bond again. Everything must be uniform, like a checkerboard, okay? Same thing. So, I'll grab this half. And remember, every block has a top and a bottom side, okay? The top side is smooth, the bottom side is a little rough. Plus, the top side has a lip on top where you can grab it, okay? If you can't grab it, that means you're probably most likely grabbing the bottom end of the block. All right. Now, we need a whole block. We need a whole block. Okay? This is a whole block. Okay. There we go. We'll get the whole rock set up and set up all the holes. Yeah, once again, you have to level, okay? Once again, we'll level it, plumb, and straight edge, okay? Remember that, level, plumb, and straight edge. Those are the three things you must do. Level, plumb, and straight edge. Right? And the bubble must be reading in the middle of both of these lines, okay? So you know that it's right. It's cool, man. This block here beginning to come up in the air. So let me spread a little more mortar on this back one here. So this will come up to the air a little bit higher. Good. There we go. Level, plumb, and straight edge. Remember that, y'all. Okay, the bubble is a little high, so you want the bubble to be in the middle of the block. Okay? The bubble is in the middle of both lines, okay? So y'all know that, okay? So the wall is now plumb, okay? Excuse me, level, that is. Now we got to plumb the back of the wall. Okay, here we go. The bubble is reading dead in the middle, okay? The bubble is dead in the middle. So my block wall will go straight up in the air. Straight, it must be straight, okay? Now we got to plumb the front, which is the face of the wall, okay? Ready? Back this up as well. Straight edges. So everything's catching their level. Everything is straight, okay? Remember, make sure all your holes are sealed up. All your holes must be sealed up, okay? And your last part of this will be beautification as far as your joints, okay? Now we got our very last block to finish up, okay? So, the very last block. All right, so this is our very last block to finish up, okay? This will be your block wall. Like I said, this is your 8-inch block wall. And it doesn't matter if your wall is 4 feet long or 40 feet long. The same principle applies, okay? Now, okay, so we got the level, plumb, and straight edge, okay? See, that bubble is reading dead in the middle, which means the wall is level, okay? The wall is level. Then we got the plummet. Ready? It must be plumb both ways. And on the back of it has to be plumb. Okay. You can see the bubble is reading dead in the middle of the lines, okay? The bubble is reading dead in the middle. Now we're going to straight edge that last course. Bam. And that, my friend, is called your 8-inch block wall. Now, so what I'm going to do, you have to make your work beautified, okay? They call it beautification, which means striking, okay? You strike up your work. This is called a thumb joiner, right here, a thumb joiner for beautification. This is called a runner, okay? It's called a runner. It's for your bed joint. This is for your head joint, okay? So let's make sure these joints are filled before we strike them. This is used to beautify your work, okay? That's what this is used for, okay? There you go. Now you will take the trowel and cut the excess motor off, okay? Bam, bam, bam. Always cut off your excess motor so your wall won't look so bad, okay? Once your wall is cut off, you take a brush. Okay, this is just a regular, maybe hard brush, painter's brush, but there's a lot of soft brushes we use to brush off the roughness. You brush it up. Then you'll restrike the wall, okay? There you go. This is called an 8-inch block wall. Regardless of whether it's 4 feet long or 40 feet long, the same principle apply. Level, plumb, straight edge, and keep your height as well on 8 inches all the way up. And you always come out on block work, okay? So, thank you guys for tuning in to the one and only Van TV1. We're live and direct here once again in the VA. But you already know that. So later on, we'll be posting other things, how to do like an 8-inch corner wall, a 4-inch wall, 4-inch corner wall, 10-inch wall, 10-inch corner wall, 12-inch wall, 12-inch corner wall, and everything is built differently. It's because the block itself have a wider dynamic, a wider measurement. It reads the same in length, but one is wider. So when we turn the corner, we got to find out how to bond. And now, this is like a jam, like I said. Now, let's suppose we had, if we running a straight wall, and when we get to the end of the wall, it's like we had like maybe a 10-inch piece or something at the end. So we got to figure out how to calculate that broken piece all the way up to the very top. So that's another whole story. But I'll tell you anyway. For every 10 on top of your 10 will be a 2-inch piece. If there's a 3, there's an 11-inch piece. If there's a 4, there's a 12-inch piece. If there's a 5, there's a 13-inch piece. If there's a 6, there's a 14-inch piece. Okay, that's how that works. Okay, uh, but like I said, that's another whole episode. But anyway, I'd like to thank you guys for tuning in to the one and only Van TV One. Right about now, we're out, and you guys have a great day. Peace.